Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It's still real to me, damn it.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of the Still Real to Us show, episode number 132 for August 23rd, 2012. I am Jeff Peck, and this is the Still Real to Us show. Welcome, guys. Last show before we go on vacation, but before we discuss what the schedule will be like after this week, let me welcome you all to the show, and welcome once again the one and only Redneck Revolution Rise up, Trey, Captain Obvious Dent. Like I say every week. What's up, my man?
Oh, not much. Like Kobe Bryant in a hotel room, I'm unstoppable.
Whoa.
Whoa, oh, sorry. My bad. Yeah, well, backtrack that. I'm not unstoppable. I'm just, in a hotel room like Kobe Bryant sleeping or something. Yeah, we'll go with that. My bad.
We'll have to
Shit, I'm
edit
gonna get
that
fired.
out or
I'm gonna get fired, aren't I?
Yeah. Stay tuned for next week. TMZ is on. Welcome, guys.
Good thing we're going on vacation. That'll be my suspension period.
Yes. It's 30 days in the hole for Captain Obvious. Welcome, everybody. Still Real to Us show. It's, like Captain just said, we go on vacation starting once we complete this show this Thursday, and then we go into special show mode. I got to think of a little bit more of a craftier name for that, because when I feel like I say special show, that could be any of the Still Real to Us show, because not only are the shows special, but Captain and I, we're very special people. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Next week, August 30th, I'm joined by the returning Eric Arjulo. We catch up with Eric, what's going on with fatherhood life and everything in the world of wrestling. He gives his take on so many different items, from Raw 1000 to the way that summer of wrestling has been, CM Punk, etc. So that should be a lot of fun. And then Labor Day week there, September 6th, Captain and I are joined by Eric Darcy. We finally live up to our end of the bet with Eric Darcy that if he sang a Justin Bieber song, we'd let him co-host a show finally. So after 134 weeks, we finally let Eric Darcy onto the show. This time he's not calling in like he did in the 100th episode. So Eric Darcy joins us. We talk about the Invasion storyline, give our thoughts about that, and kind of recap and chronologize the entire Invasion angle from start to finish. And then the following week, September 13th, myself and Captain, we sit down here and we give our top 5 managers list. And him and I recorded that a couple weeks back, and I'm pretty sure, almost 100% sure, but I can never be 100% sure. I'd have to listen back, but I'm 99% sure, Captain, that you and I, in that episode, and I mentioned it last week, we probably talked about a recently fired WWE performer who, and we come off as if he is still an active wrestler on the roster, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think we do mention him. And are we not talking about? Are we Chris Benoit-ing him right now? By the way.
No, it's AW. Yeah.
Okay,
it's AW.
Just making sure I didn't, you didn't give me a ruling on this, so I didn't know where we were going with it because you didn't mention him by name. But yeah, we do mention him because we talk about active managers who are still kind of fit the classic mold of the guys from like the 70s and 80s that we all kind of grew up on, and talk about there's something that should be brought back. So yeah, we do talk about AW. So the people listening at home don't think that we're going nuts by still talking about somebody who's been fired from the company. It's just that we recorded it before he got fired.
Correct. And just the way of the social media world, the Facebook, Twitter, etc., YouTube, I'm sure somebody will comment to one of us that, hey, you guys were talking about AEW like he was still, wrestling for WWE. Do you guys not pay attention? You do a wrestling podcast. Well, let it be known here on August 23rd, 2012, weeks before that show ever airs, Captain and I, we recorded it weeks before this particular show, and therefore we are talking in that present tense, but for all of you, it'll be past tense, and you'll get a chance to listen to that on September 13th, our Top 5 Manager show. And, of course, we then return right after Night of Champions, September 20th, our first regular show back, where, we're back in regular mode, and that should be fun. To be honest, Captain, I'm one of those guys who, and if anybody wants to break our chops, let us not forget, because that's how the way the wrestling world and fans can be sometimes. Well, why are you guys taking a vacation? You only do a 1 hour a week wrestling podcast. But you have heard Captain and I talk about this for weeks, for months, since him and I have been doing the show here. There are times, especially lately with his schedule and my schedule, that you and I find ourselves doing the show at 8 a.m. or 11:30 at night. And as much as I love doing the show, and we don't take that many vacations all year long here, I think for the most part we do, obviously 52 shows a year for the entire calendar year, and we may take 10 of those off. So we, and we went strong from the beginning of the year till WrestleMania. We took 2 weeks off just before the summer, and we're going to take 3 weeks off at the end of summer, and then we're going to go straight through, and it'll be holiday time, and we'll be on vacation mode yet again for the holidays. But, Captain, I think if anybody wants to break our chops that we should not be taking vacation off, I think they should shut their mouths.
I would agree with that. I mean, in theory, you work 2 jobs, probably almost 3 jobs, and then you factor in Camel Clutch blog and the other stuff you do. Then with me, I've been working 2 jobs. I have a 4-year-old kid. I'm going to be writing for 3 different wrestling websites, plus VCW, plus the Still Real to a show. We have a full slate every day. It's not like I told somebody the other day, like Darren Young may claim he's Mr. No Day Off. I really don't have days off. I think I've had 1 day off from work in the last month.
Wow. And you know what, to be honest with you, man, I love being busy. For me, I don't know how everybody else is. I don't know how you are, Captain, or anybody that listens to the show. I hate sitting in a room or having a day where I know I have nothing to do. So for me, while the vacation will be relaxing, and it'll have some time to recharge the batteries a little bit as we get ready for Survivor Series, and even in close to the Royal Rumble, and holiday season time is a big time of the year for this show, because we do the Thanksgiving special, and we do the award shows, and predicting 2013 we'll be doing this year for professional wrestling. I gotta admit, man, I mean, it's going to be good times, and I feel like from what we've done, Captain, I think people are going to be pretty impressed with the shows that are going to be coming up this week. So the next 3 weeks, I think people are really going to enjoy the stuff. I enjoyed doing the manager show. I enjoyed talking to Eric Darcy. The stuff with Eric was a lot of fun. So Eric Arjula, I think people are going to be pretty happy with the shows, and more importantly, Captain, 132 straight weeks of not missing a show. Since day one, the show has not missed a week. So it's going to be pretty nice to take 3 weeks off, and then we'll get right back into it, talking Night of Champions for the rest, and then headed into the rest of the fall.
Yeah, and unlike other podcasts that I've listened to, and I listen to a lot of other wrestling podcasts, we're very much more of an informative opinion. We're not here just filling time, cutting, throwing out like bad jokes and okay. Jeff doesn't throw out bad jokes. I have a ton of bad jokes, but typically, like, we're very, very professional in how we approach our show. I mean, we're not these guys that are just like filling time, trying to stroke their own egos. We try to interact with everybody and try to get everybody's opinion out there, so people can use our opinion and our information to kind of form their own opinion and think about where they're going to go in the future. Where other shows are just, CM Punk sucks, John Cena sucks.
Yeah, no negativity here.
Yeah.
We try to be positive, and we try to give our own opinion. We're longtime wrestling fans. So with that being said, this past Sunday night, Captain, the second biggest WWE pay-per-view of the year for 2012, the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam happened. And now let's recap and review everything that happened at SummerSlam 2012. First and foremost, where do you rate this pay-per-view? We do the star system here, or you could do the thumbs up, whatever you want to do. Give me 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Where would you rate SummerSlam 2012?